Before names, before borders, before history learned to write itself down, there was a change. Not a color, but a switch. A small mutation in the HERC2 OCA2 region that dimmed pigment in the eye, allowing light to scatter instead of absorb. Science can point to it now, but it existed long before science knew how to look. This long light was born not in the north, but east, in the corridor between the Levant and the Black Sea, among hunter-gatherers who moved because staying still meant dying. They were not a people yet, they were a motion. As they traveled, the mutation traveled with them, carried through families, not armies, through kinship, not conquest. Across the steppe, it met bodies built for distance, broad frames, dense muscle, high metabolism, blood that crossed easily between groups, skin that learned to tan, not burn under changing skies. None of it was symbolic yet, it was functional. Westward, the long light moved again, into Europe, into smaller populations, into narrowing geographies. This is where frequency increases, not by intention, by mathematics. When cultures are small and interwoven, recessive traits surface. Blue eyes, freckles, dark hair, unfair skin, traits that remain quiet in large populations become visible at the edges of continents. Not because these places created the light, because they kept it. The Celts did not invent these traits, they inherited them. The Picts did not wear their bodies as ornament, they wore them as record. Roman writers noticed the brilliant eyes. Medieval scribes preserved the echoes. Modern genetics confirmed the path. This was never race, it was migration, remembered in the flesh. Ancestral memory is not nostalgia, it is data, stored in gene frequency and metabolism, in how bodies respond to cold, hunger, movement, and light. To preserve ancestry is not to resist change, it is to acknowledge how change already shaped us. Humans have always protected what made them recognizable, their names or their stories, how they dressed, the pattern, and even their bodies. Not to claim superiority, but to avoid erasure. The long light continues not because anyone commands it to, but because humans still move, still meet, and still mix. Recessive traits do not survive by dominance. They survive by connection. And diversity does not exist unless we allow difference to remain visible. That is not ideology. That is biology. So the light remains, from the Levantine paths to Atlantic stone, from the steppe winds to the island rains, not a banner, not a boundary, just one ancient, bright, beautiful thread, still moving through the human story, the long light.